When most people hear the word investing, they immediately think it's something complicated, reserved only for Wall Street professionals or people who already have millions of dollars. The truth is, investing is simply the process of putting your money to work so it grows over time. You don't need to be a financial genius, and you definitely don't need to be rich to get started. What you need is knowledge, discipline, and the right mindset. In this beginner-friendly guide, I'll break down everything you need to know about investing, from the basics of how it works to the different types of investments, and finally, how you can create a simple strategy that builds long-term wealth. So let's start with the most basic question: what is investing? At its core, investing is the act of committing money into something with the expectation that it will grow in value or generate income in the future. Unlike saving, which simply stores money in a bank account, investing makes your money productive. For example, if you put $1,000 in a savings account, it might earn a small amount of interest. But if you invest that same $1,000 in stocks, bonds, or real estate, it has the potential to grow much faster over time. The key idea is that your money works for you, instead of you just working for money. Now, why is investing so important? The answer is simple: inflation. Inflation is the gradual increase in the cost of goods and services over time. That means the money sitting in your bank account today will lose value in the future. What you can buy with $100 today may cost $120 or more in just a few years. If you don't invest, inflation eats away at your savings. But when you invest, your money has the potential to outpace inflation and actually grow. This is how you build wealth and secure your financial future. Let's move on to the different types of investments. The most common one is stocks. A stock is a share of ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you are essentially buying a small piece of that company. If the company grows and becomes more valuable, so does your share. Stocks are popular because they have high growth potential, but they also come with risk. Prices can go up and down quickly, which is why investing in individual stocks can feel like a roller coaster. Next, we have bonds. A bond is like a loan you give to a company or government. In return, they pay you interest over time, and then return your money when the bond matures. Bonds are generally safer than stocks, but they also offer lower returns. They're a good choice if you want stability in your portfolio. Another major category is real estate. This involves buying property, like houses, apartments, or land, with the goal of making money through rental income or property appreciation. Real estate has created wealth for countless investors, but it requires more money upfront and comes with responsibilities, like managing tenants or maintenance. Then there are mutual funds and ETFs, exchange-traded funds. These are collections of stocks and bonds bundled together into one investment. Instead of picking individual stocks, you buy into a fund that spreads your money across many different companies. This diversification reduces risk and makes investing much simpler for beginners. ETFs, in particular, are extremely popular in 2025 because they are low cost, easy to buy, and cover almost every sector of the economy. We also can't forget about alternative investments. These include things like gold, cryptocurrencies, private equity, or even collectibles like art and rare sneakers. While some of these can deliver high returns, they are often more volatile and riskier. As a beginner, it's better to focus on the basics, stocks, bonds, and funds, before diving into alternatives. Now, let's talk about one of the most important principles in investing: risk versus reward. Every investment carries some level of risk. Generally, the higher the potential reward, the higher the risk. Stocks, for example, can deliver huge gains but also big losses. Bonds are safer but don't grow as fast. The key is to find a balance that matches your risk tolerance and financial goals. If you're young and have time on your side, you can afford to take more risks because the market usually recovers from downturns. If you're older and nearing retirement, you'll want safer investments to protect your wealth. A concept closely tied to risk and reward is diversification. This simply means not putting all your eggs in one basket. Instead of investing all your money in a single stock or property, you spread it across multiple investments. That way, if one performs badly, others can balance it out. Diversification is the best way to reduce risk without sacrificing long-term growth. Another cornerstone of investing is compound interest, often called the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding means that not only does your money earn returns, but those returns start earning returns themselves. For example, if you invest $1,000 and earn 10% annually, after 1 year you'll have $1,100. The next year, you don't just earn 10% on $1,000, you earn it on $1,100. Over decades, compounding can turn small investments into large fortunes. That's why the earlier you start, the better. Time is the most powerful factor in investing. Now, let's break down the steps to start investing. Step 1. Set clear financial goals. Are you investing for retirement, buying a house, or building wealth for your family? Your goals determine your strategy. Step 2. Build an emergency fund before you invest. This is money set aside, usually 3 to 6 months of expenses, so you don't have to sell your investments if an unexpected crisis happens. Step 3. Pay off high-interest debt, like credit cards. If your debt is costing you 20% interest, it doesn't make sense to invest in something that might give you 7% returns. Step 4. Choose your investment account. In 2025, you can easily open accounts online through brokerages, apps, or robo-advisors. These platforms make investing accessible to everyone. When it comes to investment strategies, beginners often hear about active versus passive investing. Active investing means trying to beat the market by picking individual stocks or timing when to buy and sell. Passive investing means simply buying and holding low-cost index funds or ETFs that track the overall market. Research shows that over the long run, passive investing outperforms most active strategies. That's why many experts recommend beginners focus on simple, low-cost index funds as a foundation. Another important strategy is dollar cost averaging. This means investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, no matter what the market is doing. For example, investing $200 every month into an ETF. Sometimes you'll buy at high prices, sometimes at low prices, but over time you average out. This removes the stress of trying to time the market and builds discipline. Let's also touch on the role of emotions in investing. The stock market is unpredictable, and when prices drop, many beginners panic and sell. But this is often the worst thing you can do. Market downturns are normal and temporary. Historically, the market has always recovered and grown over the long term. The biggest enemy in investing isn't the market, it's fear and impatience. The best investors stay calm, stick to their plan, and think long term. As you continue your investing journey, you'll also hear about concepts like asset allocation, how much of your money to put in stocks versus bonds versus real estate, tax advantages, like retirement accounts that help you save on taxes, and rebalancing, adjusting your portfolio every year to keep it aligned with your goals. These are more advanced, but they're worth learning as you grow. One of the biggest myths about investing is that you need a lot of money to start. In reality, you can begin with as little as $50 or $100 using today's investing apps. The key is to start small and stay consistent. Over time, small contributions add up to big results thanks to compounding. Remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Another myth is that investing is gambling. While both involve risk, gambling is based on chance, while investing is based on research, discipline, and time. In gambling, the odds are stacked against you. In investing, the odds are in your favor if you stay disciplined and diversified over the long term. So, let's recap. Investing is about making your money grow. You don't need to be rich to start. There are many options: stocks, bonds, real estate, funds, and the best approach for beginners is simple, consistent investing in diversified, low-cost funds. Understand risk, embrace compound growth, and keep emotions in check. Start as early as possible, even with small amounts, and let time do the heavy lifting. To close this beginner's guide, here's the most important takeaway: investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building wealth steadily and securely over time. It's about creating freedom, options, and security for your future. If you take the time to learn, stay consistent, and avoid emotional mistakes, you'll be amazed at how much your money can grow. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future investing tips. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest question about investing right now? Your question might even inspire our next video.